President Trump used 3 recent speeches to deliver his strongest warnings yet about what he calls a growing communist threat in the United States.
NTD's Daniel Monahan has the key takeaways.
God bless the USA.
Speaking at a recent Faith and Freedom Coalition conference, President Trump saying communists always target faith.
All communists are godless. They don't believe in God. This is the most serious threat to our country since its existence, in my opinion. They want to end religion. They have to end religion because their ideology doesn't work. If you have strong religion, people like you that are so incredible and love our country so much and love God.
The president also discussing the recent rise on the left of democratic socialists, who he calls communists. He says the seeds of that can be seen in the last administration, which he accused of carrying out a reign of persecution and repression against Christians and people of faith.
They turned a nation founded on freedom for believers into a place where Catholics were targeted by the FBI, where pro-life grandmothers were put in jail for praying, and where members of our military were thrown out of the armed forces for their religious beliefs. The radicals responsible for these offenses would have loved nothing more than to mark America's 250th anniversary by driving God from our public square once and for all. They wanted to do that.
The president referring to cases involving protests against late-term abortion and COVID vaccine mandates.
And God bless the United States of America.
Speaking at Mount Rushmore, President Trump saying the American identity is under renewed attack.
A generation after we fought and won the Cold War against the menace of communism, there is now a resurgence of the communist menace in our land, including from newcomers to our country who embrace ideas totally opposed to our way of life and our great success.
President Trump saying communism has killed 100 million people just in the last century alone.
Communism is the exact opposite of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's death, tyranny, and the pursuit of evil. The godless communist morality states that anything is justified to bring about inhuman visions, and they have no respect for law, justice, principle, tradition, or your God-given rights. It's an ideology of mass theft, mass control, mass lies, and mass murder.
He said such doctrines have no place in a democracy because they ultimately seek to eliminate freedom and democracy once in power.
You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be loyal to America. You can be a communist, or you can be a patriot. You cannot be both.
President Trump also criticized what he called Marxist narratives about American history, arguing they unfairly portray the nation's founders and heroes as oppressors while undermining America's future.
Our American ancestors did not shed their blood at Concord and Trenton, Gettysburg and Shiloh, Midway and Normandy, just so that a band of thieves, radicals, and lunatics could come in and loot, pillage our nation. Our heroes died to win, build, and to save, and to build truly a great country, the greatest country ever in the world.
Speaking at the Salute America celebration, President Trump saying American warriors did not fight communism on battlefields across the world just to have that menace rear its ugly head right back here in America.
We like to stop a threat like that immediately and before it begins. It's like a cancer. You got to cut it out. You got to cut it out fast.
The president says America stands at a pivotal crossroads ahead of the midterm elections.
He renewed his call to end the Senate filibuster and pass the Save America Act, saying the bill would strengthen election integrity and save America's democracy. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.